Hello everyone, I am Karthikechi studying in second year in Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering, Bangalore. Today my topic is sampling variable. Introduction to sampling variable. A sampling variable is an characteristics or attribute the population that is being studied. It's used to define the criteria of selecting and sampling from population. Example of sampling variable include age, gender, income, and education level. Importance of sampling variable. Sampling variable help to ensure that sampling represent population accurately. They allow to research to make valid inference about the population based on sample. Choosing the appropriate sampling variables is crucial to obtain relatable and result. Types of sampling variable. Categorical sampling variable that represent distinct category or groups such as gender and ethnicity. Continuous sampling variable that can take any value within the range of such an age or income. A variable that can only make sufficient specific values such as number of children in family. Determining sampling variable. Research object. The variable chosen that should align with research question or objectives. Population characteristics. Understanding the characteristics of population help to identify relevant sampling variable. Feasibility consider the valuability of data that resource requirement required to measure the sampling variable accurately. Sampling technique and variable. Sampling variables are explicit used in selection process. Sampling variables are used to divide the population into a homogeneous group before sampling. Cluster sampling. Sampling variables are used to divide the population into cluster and cluster randomly selected. Bias in sampling variables. Selection bias. When the sampling variables systematically exclude or underrepresent group in the population. Measurement bias. When the measurement of sampling variable inaccurate or inconsistent. Non-response bias. When individuals select the sampling do not respond leading to biased sampling. Sampling size and sampling variable. Size should be determined based on variability that of the sampling variables. Large sample size are needed when the sampling variable have high variability. Smaller size may sufficient when the sampling variable have low variability. Sampling variable versus depend variable. Sampling variable represent a characteristic of population being studied is used to sampling selection. Depend variable represent the outcome or response variable being measured or observed in the study. Sampling variable help to ensure the sampling representative while depend variable used to analyze and interference. Limitation of sampling variable. Limitation represent sampling variables may not capture all relevant characteristics of population. Measurement error. Error is measuring the sampling variable can introduce bias or inaccuracy. The extent with finding based on sampling variable can generalize to entire population may limited. Conclusion. Sampling variables play a crucial role in the designing implementing research studies. Careful consideration and selection of appropriate sampling variables are essential for obedient, relatable, and valid result. Understanding the limitation and potential bias associated with sampling variables is important for interrupting research finding. Thank you, one and all.